There are a lot of things being wrapped this year. Gifts,
Finals.
Spotify.
Season 1 of our show.
But with every gift, there's something amazing inside.
Like this episode! So we have an incredible episode lined up for y'all tonight. Big Floor Studios is here, and I meant to say today, but it is all right. Because guess what we're gonna do?
What?
Roll the intro!
They call me the walking IMDb. I know everyone and how they're connected.
You may have read my name in the press, but you'll be impressed when that camera's rolling.
Good morning, Trojans! I'm Pilar Lee.
I'm Marlise Duncan.
And welcome to an AM with PM. Whoop, whoop. Final episode of season 1, but guess what? We have an incredible show lined up for you. Yeah. So let's start it off how we always started off with.
Our trending topics. Let's start it officially with Barbados.
Yes. What's been going on in Barbados recently, Marlise?
So, Barbados is free from colonization.
Whoop, whoop.
They're no longer under the rule of Queen Elizabeth II, and they've just put in their first female president.
And not only is she female,
What is she?
she black! I love that Barbados has someone to represent them who looks like them, who is actually of the people.
Yeah.
And you know who else got a little recognition then?
Who?
Miss Rihanna!
Riri.
Yes, the amazing, talented, incredible Rihanna was named a national hero at the ceremony.
Wow. That's so amazing because, what? She multi-platinum, Grammys, Fenty,
The list goes on and on and on.
multifaceted, amazing Rihanna, and now national hero under her belt. That's crazy.
Yeah, so just overall, it's so incredible that Barbados has this freedom now. They get to be independent.
Yes.
They were under the rule of the British for more than 200 years.
Wow.
And if y'all didn't notice, Prince Charles of Wales was also at the ceremony, and he was like, oh, something about the appalling atrocity that is slavery. And it's like, okay, well then you could have let the people go a lot earlier, but it's okay. It's fine.
Right. It's crazy to think that when you're hearing about this sort of liberation, you're like, wow, this has its roots in slavery. But with all of this being said, now Barbados is going to be on the world stage.
They are officially their own, and it is about time.
Exactly. We've got that voice now. But speaking of amazing, talented Black women who are getting recognized for just about everything under the sun, let's talk about Josephine Baker.
Yes, Josephine Baker, the amazing, talented, inspirational individual that she was. She was laid to rest at the Paris Pantheon recently, and if y'all don't know, Paris was like her second home. She like raised her kids there and everything. But I feel like a lot of people do know this. For those who don't know, Josephine Baker is more than just a performer known for her banana dance. Marlise, what else is she known for?
She was known for being a World War II super spy.
There's so much of things done, but then better unexpected. Cause she's an international super spy. Super spy! Yes, Josephine Baker is so much more than what she was when she was alive. Her legacy continues on today. Most recently, we saw that Yara Shahidi wore a Josephine Baker inspired look to the Met Gala, and she looked stunning.
It's amazing to see how Black people continue their influence, and you find them in just about every facet of society. And speaking of that, I think we should talk about Virgil Abloh.
Yes, so recently Virgil Abloh, the creative director of Louis Vuitton, pioneer, amazing person, passed away at the age of 41 due to an aggressive cancer.
This is heartbreaking because he was such an innovator, but I'm glad that we can see his influence, and we're going to see his influence in things that we see in pop culture later on in the future. But I do want to highlight that after the news broke from or about his passing, they did his last Louis Vuitton runway show.
Yes, and an incredible event it was. I don't know if y'all saw it, but they had that big statue of Virgil and like the nice, because something that as soon as he took over Louis Vuitton, they started incorporating this kind of gradient, like it's very colorful, it's bright, it's lively, and that's what he wanted to represent in that final show. It was like a spin-off inspired, just to remind adults, hey, remember those times when you felt alive, when you were young in your youth. You can still do that. You can still have that. Because that's something Virgil always wanted. He wanted people to stay true to who they are and to have this life and light inside of them.
Yeah, and I absolutely love that. Especially when you think of like Louis Vuitton, you think of the staple colors of like the
brown
and the, like the neutral colors. But I love that he incorporated all those colors, but then he also incorporated community. At the show, we saw Quavo, Offset, and Kid Cudi walk the show, and I believe Kanye and Pharrell were also in the audience.
Yes, he had his friends, family, everyone, his collaborators, the people that he inspired were just there, and that's something that he had done so well all throughout his career. Not only did he do art and create these really bright, vibrant graphics, he got his degree from Illinois Trade School, so it's like he was able to build these amazing spaces and places. But not only did he do that, he made some amazing clothes and shoes.
Right, in the process. And I just think it's important to mention that he defined how we see people in certain spaces. He always made sure to incorporate Black models into his work, or BIPOC models, and then also incorporating his brand into the skate space. Like we saw that with Off-White and Converse collabing. It's just incredible to see people from different backgrounds in spaces you wouldn't see them before.
Exactly. And speaking of shoes, clothes, and all that in between, I think it's time for What's the Fit, Bish?
Yes, ma'am.
So Marlies, what is the fit, Bish?
I felt golden, like hairstyle.
You're so golden.
Yes.
Da, 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 da.
So I put on this sun dress, not literally a sundress, but a
She has
dress
the sun,
with
though.
suns on it, yes. And it was a little chilly, so I made sure to put a little black mock turtleneck underneath. Doesn't have the sleeves.
I was gonna say, where are the sleeves, girl? It's cold.
Chopped off. I had on a jacket earlier, it's okay. Fishnet stockings for a little pizzazz. And then, as per usual, the trusty black ankle boots.
As you should, but also I like that you have the celestial.
Yes, I have my little moon earrings. I felt like there was a theme.
There's a theme, and you understood the assignment.
I understood the assignment. Now, Pilar, what's the fit, bish?
So if y'all know me, y'all know I hate the cold. But you know, we have to, I'm not trying to freeze my booty off.
Right.
So today we went with the long sleeve black bodysuit.
Yes.
But I was like, let's zhuzh it up a bit. So we did this little crop top that I upcycled. It's actually made out of the sleeves of an old golfing shirt that belonged to my dad.
Nice.
And then we have the black upcycled jeans that I also did for myself. And then we have the Basquiat Doc Martens.
Yeah.
And that's also why I chose like the blue shirt, because the blue. Am I flexible enough for this? So yes, and then of course we have the 2001, you know, the birth year on our neck, we wrap. And then we have it's a little flower and it's cream, because I was like, oh, it's a nice way to like break it up and bring it all together. And then we have the little gummy bear earrings because I love them. And again, I don't have hair to flip, but I have earrings to flip. Yes, so we're gonna head back to the couch now. Woo! Girl, as per usual, we look good.
Yes.
And you know who else looks good?
Who?
The amazing creators behind Fifth Floor Studios. So if y'all don't know, but you should know, Fifth Floor Studios has come out with a brand new show called A Black College Show that highlights 6 freshmen starting off college. I happen to be one of the actresses, Roberta. She's the baddie. So we have them here with us today, Wenton, Kennedy, and Dara. Just so that you guys know, they are across the room for us, but they are wearing masks. So, Wenton, Kennedy, and Dara, how are y'all doing? And can you introduce yourselves to our audience?
Hi! Oh my goodness.
What's up, y'all?
Hi, we're Fifth Floor Studios. My name is Kennedy Hill. I'm the writer of A Black College Show, and I play Sage.
What's up, y'all? I'm Winton. I directed a Black college show, and I play the role of 6.
Hi everyone, I'm Dara. I produced a Black college show and I play Aya on the show.
Thank y'all so much for coming into studio today. We really appreciate you guys. So we have a few questions for y'all today. So our first question is, what does being a Black creative mean to you?
Yeah, that's a great question. Being a Black creative, to me at least, is about using my Blackness to create a platform for people who look like me and create a space for people who want to create like me, and not using it as like a roadblock or something that will inhibit my growth. So like, I use my Blackness as an outlet.
Yeah, and I'd have to agree that being a Black creative means helping people who want to follow in the footsteps of being a Black creative. And I think that's what Fifth Floor Studios, that's one of our messages, is even as we transcend, that people coming after us transcend as well, and following in the footsteps of the people who came before us and who've paved the way for Black creatives. I think continuing to follow in their footsteps and open new doors as well.
I absolutely love that. Now, why do y'all think a show like a Black college show is important now?
So a show like a Black college show is so important because of the things that have been going on in the world, and we've seen a lot of media putting out a lot of Black trauma into the world and not showing Black people being happy or just living their lives. It's always trauma, trauma, trauma dump, and we just want to show other sides of Blackness, that Black people can be in love and they can create friendships, and it doesn't have to just always be about our pain. And we also wanted to create something that showcases many Black people that we don't usually see on screen, especially dark-skinned Black people.
Yes.
Love to hear that.
I think another part of why a Black college show is so important right now is because we wanted, along with what Kennedy was saying, we wanted to just show the broadness of Black people and especially the diaspora. Because I'm Nigerian, and I definitely think that that was definitely influenced and shown in the show. But in a lot of shows that I've seen in the past, the diaspora isn't represented as well. And I think just like more things being represented, such as plus size people, just people on different ranges of different marginalized communities, not being able to be shown in previous shows, and especially in our age range. We don't have a lot of shows in our age range, especially college shows. I can't count like one right now that's like out that a lot of us know and that we were able to like enjoy. So I think we wanted to showcase something for our age range, and a lot of people want college shows. They want people our age having fun and living life and experiencing things that Black people haven't been seen to experience in the past.
Yeah.
So I love that you talked about there are pieces of you within this. You wanted to inspire. So can you tell us what or even who do the characters in this show represent?
We want the characters to represent us. We want it to represent the Black youth that is very present and very real today. And kind of like what we were saying before, usually media only showcases a certain subset of Black people that are either palatable for white people or palatable for Black people, but not the full diaspora, and definitely not the people that we see around us in real life, and the people that we want to showcase, and the people who deserve a platform. And we just wanted to start the trend of including every single type of Black person, and there are even Black people that we didn't include, that we look to include in the future, just because we don't want anybody to feel like they aren't being represented when they watch our show.
Yeah, I think just going off of everything you guys said, when writing this show, we wanted to take the time to showcase kind of the underdogs that are not shown in the media, dark-skinned Black women, queer Black people, just anyone we could think of who, if it took us a long time to figure out shows we didn't see ourselves in or other people in, we wanted to kind of showcase that in our show. And as Winton said, I mean, we have so many other stories and characters and people out there that we want to put on screen so that people aren't feeling seen in the world like they're seen on our show. And I think that that's something that I'm proud of and we're all really proud of.
I adore that, because I know that when I was watching, I could be like, that reminds me of myself. Or
It's like, I would so do that. I would wear that as well.
exactly, like you can see a character and you'd be like, that kind of reminds me of so-and-so. And like, that's how you know it's so well written. I love it. Now, for our final question, I must ask, what do you hope that people take away from the show?
If I could pick one thing that I hope that people take away from a Black college show, it's just, I want them to be able to see and believe that like true happiness can come from black people and black people only, and they don't have to be continuously carrying around their trauma and their baggage. And the fact that they are black in media or in the real life doesn't have to be something that's negative. It can be something that's positive. We really wanted to highlight the fact that like being black is something that we all really like being, and it's something that people should be proud of being. And I just want people to be able to take away just some laughter and some joy from a Black College show.
Wow, I absolutely love that. You guys are always such an inspiration to me. If y'all didn't know, we actually all lived together. Freshman year, Dara was one of my suite mates. Kennedy Winton lived down the hall. So now we want to get into a little game with them called Tell Me a Story. And the way that Tell Me a Story works is we're going to give them a word and they have to build a whole story out of it. But the catch is, they only have a minute and 30 seconds to come up with this story. It could either be based on something real or something fake. Are y'all ready? Yeah, we're ready. Come on.
We'll ever be.
Okay, and the word is dorm.
Dorm.
In 3,
The flood.
2, 1.
All right, so we've had a lot of nights where we would hear the fire alarm, but one night we heard the fire alarm and it was like 4 a.m.
Oh my God.
And I wake up, I'm like, why am I hearing the fire alarm? And so we're all getting out, we're all like, eyes are all red, like we're all so tired. And we all like walk out, Ari's like, everyone down, everyone down, everyone down. And I walk out and everybody in our dorm building is standing outside on the curb.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, it's funny because I actually personally slept through the alarm and like was actively ignoring the alarm for a while until somebody knocked on my door and was like, no, we actually have to leave. There's actually something wrong. And then, yeah, like Dara said, we found all of our suite mates and all of our floor mates like just standing outside in their pajamas, and we didn't know what happened. And people kept on saying that there was like a flood, there was a fire, something went wrong. The floor tower was like all out of whack. And keep in mind, this is the middle of the
30 seconds.
Oh! And so we were taken into the basketball gym. This is like 5 in the morning now.
Yeah.
Most of us have 8 a.m.s. And so what did we decide to do? We made TikToks and we danced in there all night. We found out that there sadly was a flood and some people's stuff kind of got ruined, which was horrible. And so then,
you know, they gave us breakfast real quick, and it was a great night for bonding.
Time! Wow! Oh my gosh! The fact that y'all did that, so impressive. But wait. But before y'all leave, y'all thought we were done? No. We need songs of the day from y'all.
do it. Oh, wow. Okay, I'll go first. So my song of the day, song of the year has been Sweet / I Thought You Wanted to Dance by Tyler, the Creator. It's my favorite song.
I unfortunately do not have Spotify. Don't roast me. But I did do Apple Replay, and the song that was most played was Goodnight Gotham by Rihanna, and that is one of my favorite songs.
That's a good song.
So naturally, that is the song I picked.
I do have Spotify, so.
Okay.
My number one song was from Jasmine Sullivan's new album, Girl Like Me, right? Yeah. So that, I loved her whole entire album, but also Beyonce, like anything Beyonce. But yeah, I guess that would have to be my song of the day.
Yes.
Amazing.
So thank you guys so much for stopping by today.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
And if you guys want to see a Black College show, you can go to blackcollegeshow.com or go to our YouTube channel, Fifth Floor Studios, or follow us on Instagram, Fifth Floor Studios. We're always posting updates there, so you can follow us along.
Yeah, and make sure to follow us on TikTok, Twitter, everything, Fifth Floor Studios.
Those were such awesome song selections, but I do want to take a time to reflect on, I guess, the year.
Yeah.
We have done so much with this show. To think that this was just like a concept.
There was Black was created, which is this vertical that we are now a part of. So amazing. Through Annenberg Media, and we're like, what if we had a show? And I was like, oh my gosh, I know the editor. Let's talk to him and see what happens. So what ended up happening was we just like sat down, really worked on everything, came up with different segments, ideas, how we wanted the show to work, how we wanted it to flow.
Yeah, I'm just remembering how we created the whole pitch presentation, And we literally were like scrubbing through all kinds of media on the internet, and we're like, so what aspects do we want to do?
Exactly. We can like pull this example from here, and I like the way that they did that on that one thing that one time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is it going to be formal? Is it going to be conversational? How are we going to dress?
Exactly. Yeah, the dressing conversation was like, so do we want to do like a little uppity look, or like do we want to keep it like cool and casual?
Right. I'm like, I think we both have amazing senses of style, and
I mean, not to like toot our own horns, but so. But yes, and all of this is to say that if you want to do something, go for it. Like Fifth Floor Studios, them doing a Black College show, that's something that kind of inspired me because, you know, this is something that we love to do, we want to do, but we're like, there's not really like a space exactly.
Exactly. And I think that's the mantra of this entire episode is if you have a concept in your mind and you see that there really aren't any feasible avenues or avenues that exist, just make one. Make one for yourself. Because look,
yeah,
we have a show. We have a logo.
We have a logo. This was, okay, so back again to the people that I lived with freshman year. This was Maya Davis. I'm like, trying to find the one behind me. Maya Davis did this. He's such an amazing human being. And I was like, yo, Maya, we have this idea. Can you help us out? He's like, yo, homie, I got you. And look, I keep going the wrong way. Look at this. I mean, come on. He took like our little vision because we're like, okay, morning show. So like breakfast food, pancakes?
Right. This whole thing, it's just insane to think that we're literally powered by Black creatives. Every aspect of our show, from
everything.
We have Justin helping us behind the scenes. We got
Directors, editors, producers, everyone. Shout out Tatum. She's in the other room. Hey, Tatum. Okay, you can't hear her, but it's all right. Long story short, we have all of these amazing Black creatives with us, which is why we took so much time to highlight them, because again, the world would not be possible without Black creatives.
Exactly.
Yes, so guys, as we mentioned, I'm going off to London.
She's a London
So this is gonna be my last, I don't know why I'm talking British accent. This is my last time hosting as a junior. So sad, but I would just like to say a massive thank you to Marlise P. Duncan over here. This show, no, almost government name. It's okay. This show literally would not be possible without her, and I'm so happy that I had such an amazing, creative, gorgeous co-host this year. So to wrap up the show, there is a quote that I really want to say because I think it encapsulates everything about what this show stands for. The quote of the day is from the late, great, amazing, talented, inspirational Virgil Abloh, and it reads, "The whole point of collaboration is that you give and take from each other. And that's how you create things that are totally new."
Sounds a little familiar if you ask me.
It's the show. That's I keep pointing the wrong way. That's what it is. It's the show. So, thank you so much, Trojans, for an amazing semester.
Thank you so much. It wouldn't be possible without you.
We're gonna see y'all in 2022. Yeah. Something that you may notice that it always switches to this one camera at the end. And I want to give a quick shout out to Tom Norris for being the amazing technical producer of this show. This literally, when I say this wouldn't be possible without him, like this wouldn't be possible without him.
gosh,
He helped us get the studio space and get everything together. So we love Tom.
T-O-M.